of daggers.
Are we good?
I will get that.
You can take that feat, right?
All
Where you can
right.
get spells from another
I think so.
class.
I'm not sure. Cloud Dagger is second level though.
Is it?
Are we good?
Ah, damn.
Great. All right. Hello. It's Wednesday. We are the Initiative Syndicate, and we're going to continue our Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
What?
D&D.
D&D.
It's dynamite.
We'll do a brief recap of last week's session. So last week, you guys had infiltrated a basically the cult, this camp where a bunch of bandits and cultists had just recently returned after excuse me, pillaging a town by the name of Greenest. You guys kind of blended in, tried to do a little bit of surveying and observation, kind of trying to get some answers to some questions as to why and what they're planning on doing. Huh? And who
Why
as
is
well.
Gamora?
Also, you guys were looking for a monk who you believe had been taken prisoner. That sounded expensive.
Sounded like AirPods.
So with all of that, you guys had finished your infiltration. You freed a bunch of prisoners, and you guys made it back to Greenest. It's been a few days since then. You guys also leveled up.
Yeah. Level 1 bard.
But in some of the downtime,
Not laughing.
we got to learn a little bit more about this cast of characters. Some of their pasts, some of their current situations. What all these may implement later, we're not sure. But the one that you guys still do not know a lot about is your orc friend.
Oh.
It's because he's not here currently.
He's like a part-time
gone.
player.
He's gone.
Yep.
Disappeared.
Good thing he's
So-
the producer.
It has been 5 days since you returned to Greenest. You have taken up the governor on his hospitality.
Why is this
You have retrieved your rewards, and you have taken some much-needed downtime to kind of assess your own personal goals. And I think, at least for most of you, you've decided to spend a little bit more time with these new companions. You all seem to work pretty well as a team. And for whatever reason, your soothsaying friend seems to believe that, at least for her, this is where she's supposed to be. With exactly who she's supposed to be with.
Oh.
We have been introduced to a new dragon friend.
Giblets.
Rufus.
How has Rufus been adjusting?
I think he's been adjusting pretty well. I feel like he's a very curious little boy, and has to, mostly I wear him kind of around the neck where he likes to hang out. But I feel like he likes to jump down a little bit, go here and there, and sniff this and that. Very curious about the world and his place in the world. He enjoys little pets under the chin, little scritches there. He does have a chew toy, which I spent extra money on. It is like a fluffy chicken, very well made out of leather and stuffing, and its name is Giblets. So it's going to kind of be the attack word. We're trading him with the chicken chew toy. So I say, Giblets, and chuck it, and he goes, bites the shit out of it. So it's the go word. So I feel like he's doing good. Shitting everywhere, though. Like, on the bed, on the carpet, on the bar. He flies around kind of like a bird. No, he can't fly yet. He tries to fly around like a bird and shits because he's scared because he can't fly yet. And he forgets. He's having a good time.
We should totally buy a bar.
We should totally buy a bar. What would we
Maybe
name
this
the
time we
bar?
can do a campaign where you guys don't get a bar.
We should buy a bar.
That's definitely next on the docket. Buying a bar.
We need to pass
Listen,
it.
I'm not against it. And there will be bastions in the next in the update,
Yeah.
which can be businesses or like fortresses or bases, basically.
Dibs on brothel.
Sure. Look, that's a legitimate business.
Yeah.
I don't want to know all the details. You guys just collect money.
My half pain and Benny.
Okay, so
You're just gonna have halfling and gnomes there, though.
Ooh, that's a face for radio. He's beautiful though.
Thanks, man.
did you get it all done? Did you get it painted?
It's halfway done. I have touched it 0 since I attempted last time. But that was like 30 minutes of work.
All right.
Can I show my
Rocks.
AI rendered image of Rufus to the camera?
Sure.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good enough.
That's Rufus. He's got his daddy's hair. He's a cute son bitch.
You had sex with a dragon?
A girl dragon. I'm
Nice.
basically Donkey, but I'm a frog.
Not like donkey at all.
Yeah, that's basically not like donkeys at all, man.
Species confused.
You know, whatever.
So, after, like I said, roughly 5 days, you guys are starting to get the feeling that maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time to head to a new place or look for new work, new tasks.
I do feel like Otis is probably starting to run a little low on his moonshine barrel, so he would probably be pushing to go to the next city that he knows his people are in.
Mm-hmm.
So I know they're in a lot of cities across the realm, so he would go for one of those, whatever the closest one is.
Okay.
Baldur's Gate right now.
Maybe. I don't remember what the map looks like.
I think it's Baldur's Gate. That's the next biggest, like, city wise.
It's so weird. You're not on the shot. It's just.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah. I needed, yeah.
I was like, you're not there. I'm looking at an empty chair because I actually have the thing up.
He's a ghost.
And I was like, he's not there. Oh my God, he's Patrick Swayze.
One for our homies.
The studio's not haunted, or is it? Maybe he's just a vampire.
I was about to say, do you think it would count if he was a vampire?
Okay, so,
Look at there, Richard.
We'll get there. My arm's not getting tired.
he's
Okay, I got it. Don't worry about it.
he's like I got this. It's fine.
You'll be able to tell because the shot will be different.
It's gonna take. Just keep playing.
I'll just hold it here. Feel
Okay.
like Barney in How I Met Your Mother when he held up the high five and nobody high fived him.
Yeah, that was a good one. So, you guys may want to discuss amongst yourselves any plans or maybe personal things you'd like to take care of at some point.
I'm guessing we're sitting at the inn or the bar. You know.
Wherever you guys really want to be sitting is fine.
Probably the bar.
Okay.
That's where Gonads is or whatever his name is.
Gonads.
What did I call him? Girth. Gulk.
Oh, Gulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably there passed out, just drinking. Did you say fuck it and give up on it?
You want to squeeze in over
Yeah.
here?
No, you're good. Keep
Does your microphone work?
Nah, nothing works on my end. Nah, I'm good.
Anyway.
Action.
I'm like, ugh.
Do you
We're
need
more
that?
That's a lot.
amateurs than professionals.
Do you
I think I need a beer.
Do you need me to? Oh, you want?
No, I'm just kidding. Otis,
Yeah.
the little chicken toy.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a little offense to that.
What?
So's the Colonel.
Why?
I feel like you're taking a jab at me for the whole frog legs deal.
What? That doesn't sound like me at all.
You could have rolled your eyes a little bit more.
Yeah, I do got big ass eyes. That's easy to see. Well, you know, I mean, I was thinking of a good training instrument to use, and well, you're always with the Colonel, and he's trained up real well. And I was thinking training, Colonel, giblets, boom. And Rufus loves giblets. Now he has never taken a bite at the Colonel though,
No,
and he
that is
won't.
true.
I've trained him well, but yeah, he needs something.
Does he breathe fire?
He doesn't breathe fryer, but he does.
Fire, damn it.
He we haven't quite got there yet.
I noticed that he does like to shoot the shit out of his ass a lot.
Yes, he does. He may have you know how some dragons have like a fire thing they do. He may have a shit thing that he does where it's just coats him in
So
shit.
he just spreads dysentery to everybody. I got
Yeah, difficult terrain for sure. It's like he had Taco Bell and ice cream and he's lactose intolerant and just blowout sale.
I've never heard of this Taco Bell's. That must be one of them big city places.
Yeah, it's not. They don't. I mean, they have chicken, but is it really chicken? Probably not. But it's real good. Well, I feel like I'm getting a little cooped up in a small town. I feel like we should go to one of these bigger places. I'll introduce you to the Taco Bell.
Make a run to the border. I got you.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things they say is you quiero Taco Bell. Probably. I don't speak.
I've only got a
Taco
couple.
Bell.
That ain't one of my languages. I don't understand. Is that Elven?
It's Elvish, yeah.
Not Elvish. I got you.
But yeah, I was feeling like we go to one of them bigger cities. You know, that big city vibe. Got to refill my moonshine anyways. I mean my cough syrup.
Got you. Cough syrup.
Yep. So yeah, I'm
I
ready
noticed
to go.
nobody's sick anymore. Nobody's sick.
What can I
Preventive
say?
maintenance.
Except you're welcome. See, Rufus, he shits, gives him dysentery. I cure him. Bam. Supply, demand.
They build an immunity up. I got you.
I don't know how the rest of the group feels about it. Gulk's sleeping, and Fig is just looking at the
Fig,
Colonel
yeah.
and the chew toy. Oddly, that's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
I can't tell
I-
the difference.
I know he's gonna snap his damn neck if he keeps looking back and forth anymore.
Yep.
There's Gulk over there on his third keg.
Yeah, that boy can put him down. I'll tell you what.
I haven't seen him get up to piss yet.
Oh, he's pissing. He just doesn't get up for it.
Well, I guess with the dragon shit everywhere, with a little bit of orc piss on the floor.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. See, these floors, they were blue, and now they're brown and yellow.
Yeah, it does smell like an outhouse in here.
That's why we should probably get on going, too, because they're going to ask us to clean this up at some point, and that shit weighs more than I do. Ain't no way I can pick it up.
I don't have residue.
Oh, you know
just
what?
like I would just make a path for me to walk out.
I have thaumaturgy. I don't know that it does
No, I don't.
anything like that.
I don't think anyone has anything like that this
No.
time around.
Rocky would be disappointed.
Well, protection from evil and good, dude. This is gonna be my shield of faith walking through this shit.
So I'm gonna slap my hands together and I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy on the door multiple times so it opens and closes and just wafts the shit smell.
Oh god.
Like I think I'm gonna waft it out, but with the swinging doors, it wafts it out and then wafts it right back in.
I feel like you see the bartender at this point. We're paying good, so he's got like a cloth that he constantly like he wets down with wine or something just to kind of mask the smell. All his work is quit, so it's just us sitting at the bar.
Yeah, everybody else
They
doesn't
got
come
tired
here
of
anymore.
slipping in the shit, the dragon shit everywhere.
Yeah, you
They
know,
put up with us just because of what we've done.
I mean, there wouldn't be a bar to shit in if we went in here for it. So, well, it is getting a wee bit late, I think. Maybe first thing tomorrow we take off.
It's probably about midday. It's probably like maybe a little bit.
It is real late.
Not really midday. I guess
So-
midday's a bad. It's like early evening, maybe dinner time, maybe slightly after dinner time.
Yeah, we've been drinking for 12 hours, so I feel like it's probably later than it is. 5 days straight.
Where's everybody wanting to be heading at?
I don't know. Would I know the nearest big town that
Yeah.
we sell in? What town would that be?
Yeah, you're not unfamiliar with the area. You might not know some of the smaller towns, but like the bigger cities, sure, you would know where some of the bigger cities are. That's pretty common knowledge.
We just came from Baldur's Gate, you and I. I thought we were just coming from Baldur's Gate, I thought.
Yeah, we could always head back that
So
way.
if you guys came from Baldur's Gate, you would know that Baldur's Gate is definitely the biggest town. It's the biggest city that's close by. And you'd have to go clear up on the coast to Waterdeep. That's probably the next biggest city. There are several smaller, but still pretty big towns along the way. And all the way through, including, well, besides Greenest, there's Easting to the east, Rajabor to the east, Baragost is just south of Candlekeep.
Okay. Do they sell my stuff in any of those smaller places?
I would say that your stuff would probably stick more to smaller, less well known villages, since it is sort of illegal.
Right.
You said it out loud.
Yeah. Well, maybe
You can sometimes find it in bigger towns, but like you had a contact somewhere in Greenest, and it's a pretty big town. Someone was buying it from you. You're not sure who. They probably had a middleman of some kind that was just making the purchase. You guys were with the caravan, kind of posing as guards. You know what I mean? Like keeping track of like the normal supplies, but also kind of you paid something to them, so that way they would bring your shipment in. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So the person that you dealt with was not actually the person who wanted it.
Right.
You don't believe that. You've been in this business long enough to know when some guy is doing a pickup.
So where, I guess, would be the closest place that I can get my own resupply from my boys?
You'd either have to find the person in Greenest that wanted it, or you would have to travel to a smaller, more on the outskirts town.
Okay.
Some of those could be they're not going to be as publicized. They're not going to be on a lot of maps. Some of them are not. Almost all small or like big cities started out as small places or small villages at one point. You're going to have to go someplace a little bit more rural and less urban.
Okay. What was the place south of Candlekeep?
The place south of Candlekeep was called
The B.
Baragost. It's a slightly bigger area. You could possibly find some in or near Burdusk, which is south of where you guys... I'm sorry, it's north of where you guys are now. Scornubel is a little too big, I think. But maybe in El Turio or Triel. These are all like towns on the... Here, I'll just kind of show you on the map where I'm talking. I'm not going to even put on the thing. It's easier just to show you on the book. Okay, so here's the Sword Coast, man. You guys are here.
Yeah.
And this is Easting. This is Rajabor, Burdusk, El Turiel. That's a bigger town. And there's Triel. Candlekeep is all the way over here. Baldur's Gate's where you guys came from. There's Baragost. So maybe around this area, maybe over in one of these towns, maybe near this. Probably not in Scornubel. It's a
Okay.
little bit too big of a town.
Should go to the 10 towns in the Icewind Town.
It's probably up there, and it's probably not illegal there. Many things in that area are not. They have slightly different laws, and they're able to govern more of themselves because most people don't want to go up there to enforce the laws. It's terrible up there.
Yeah, business is a booming up there. I'll tell you what. You. Well, we can go to a whole bunch of different places. What's your fancy feeling?
I'm kind of feeling like water deep.
You need a water?
No, water deep.
Yeah, Waterdeep's pretty far up on the coast. It would take
If we were going to
It
do
would-
that,
it would
I'd
take a-
say
it
we
would take
go
a few
Baldur's
weeks to
Gate
get
and get a boat up there instead of going
you
over there.
a ship would be faster.
Yeah, but water deep. heard before my parents died that it's a pretty magical place. They have this inn with this swirly thing, and
So like,
I don't know if it's legend, but some famous wrestler came from there, wrestled some troll over there. That came out of the portal and started fighting everybody in the bar.
Oh yeah, I think I heard about that.
Is that where they got that League of Gustus Hall?
You've heard the stories about Cratch.
Oh,
Cratch and Gus. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
it's
who he
that.
must be talking about. I know he's talking about
I love
them.
that play. You know that.
Because we're back at
You know they
Here's
go
the
around,
best
they do all the
part.
plays.
If those characters show up, I get to be them.
I've been to
No.
Waterdeep. I'm just down the road there at Greenfields. It's the yawning portal.
Yeah, I've been there a few times when they was putting on some of the plays, and I'll tell you, Gus, what a guy. I feel like he's real cool.
But I could spread my family's ashes if I jump in the portal. Go somewhere magical.
That's where they want their ashes spread?
No, that's just what I think would be
It's
cool.
about that time that the red-haired dwarf, he's kind of been listening to your, been listening to your guys talking, and hears you mention something about going to the yawning portal. What do you want to go there for, laddie?
Well,
Nothing but death there.
Well, I just said I'm gonna jump in the portal and spread their ashes.
Yeah, you should eavesdrop better, damn it.
Well, he said it loud enough to wake the dead.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't exactly a secret.
Who's dead?
Everyone.
Just because it smells like shit doesn't mean everyone's dead.
So you're talking about going to the yawning portal.
Yeah.
You know it's not an actual portal, right?
What is it?
Depends on your definition, I feel.
I've been to the yawning portal. It's a bar.
We should totally buy a bar.
You should totally buy a bar.
We should buy the yawning portal.
You think they'll sell us
That's
Gustus
our
Hall?
campaign goal.
Or Hall of Gustus?
I personally have met Dernan, and I don't believe he'd want to sell it.
I don't think so either.
Well, yeah, they got this other bar up there called Hall of Gustus, and I feel like we'd buy that one. Easy.
You might have to talk to the proprietors.
We should do that.
Perhaps.
We should do that.
And we could catch Abraham in a match.
So
That
is
sounds
this
like a nice
is this
weekend.
yawning portal? Is it of any sort of significance to you?
No, I want to do right by my parents and spread their ashes in what I think is a cool place.
When you said portal, I thought you meant the well.
That's okay. What's the difference?
The
Does
well
magical
is the
stuff-
entrance into Undermountain.
What's Undermountain? Not much. What's up with you?
It's a place of
Inspiration
death.
taken back.
It's an ancient place of death.
Okay. Well, my parents are dead.
It's a massive labyrinth dungeon underneath the city, built by a crazy wizard.
Let's go do that, guys.
Listen, out of character.
Don't do it.
I'm okay with that. If that's what you guys really want to do.
Isn't
I
that,
have-
isn't that like a
I
level
have
10 adventure?
Zero problems with that.
I mean, we could.
He's like, it's about to be
I
the
think it's 10,
shortest.
right? It's
campaign.
Oh, no.
5.
You can get in and out of Undermountain. It's just not easy.
Yeah, true.
And there will be certain points where you cannot leave. Okay? So I am totally fine with you guys going to Undermountain. I have no problem with that.
It might be
He's
fun at
totally
some point.
baiting us
Mhm.
to go to Underground.
I can
You won't?
I can postpone this. You guys can
Campaigns
kind of
in
deal
one.
with this as you get breaks in between. That is up to you. I am already currently running Undermountain, and it's awesome. It's a good time.
I'm in that, and I will be confused if we do.
But she's been through parts of the first level, so she knows about some of
But
this
she
stuff. already.
already
Yeah, but
knows
means
the
I
way.
can't say anything.
No, it's too twisty. I cannot memorize that.
So
Take
again,
notes?
I'm not that DM that's going to
Well,
tell you,
yes,
no, you
you
can't go
can't
into
have
the
them.
yawning portal, and no, you can't go into the well. If that's what you guys want to do, I don't care. It's
Yeah.
your guys' game.
I feel like if we go there, it's going to be more sightseeing than going into a well.
Yeah.
Like, going to see our old
I'm a little sad
characters.
now. I thought we were going to run
We could,
another
we
Mad
could.
Mage, but it's fine.
We'll
It's
see.
fine.
Well, I vote there mainly because there's a lot of cool stuff. I don't really have an objective after this point. It's drink beer in every city and walk, kind of just sightsee. See the world I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, I probably got to get back to my distribution here pretty soon. I mean, I've been sitting around and not really contributing. It's not really looked well upon to do that. So on the way, probably got to grab some more cough medicine and get to the distributing, the buying, let them know we're heading to Waterdeep and see if there's any shipments I can take up there. Crispin, y'all got any more chicken deliveries you're trying to do in that area?
Wherever there's buyers and we got anything left, we'll sell it.
So you're thinking about franchising?
That's not my thing. That's my parents and my brother.
I forgot to show you this.
I don't really care where we go.
Crispin's house.
It's so stupid.
I was gonna post it.
It's like those Ronald McDonald like benches.
I just want you to
Sit
know,
next to you, which just
I hate half of you in this campaign right now.
What?
Only half.
Oh, they have.
You guys
What?
can figure out which half.
I am sorry, but I forgot.
And yes, I did round up.
I forgot the orange-haired dwarf's name.
Oh, it's
Pete.
Red.
Pete.
It's Escobert.
Yep, that's an Escobert.
Escargot.
Okay. Escobert. you said?
Escobert.
Escobert. Hypothetically, word of the day. If we would stay in town, do you know of any missions that need ran or?
Well, there's always work to be had. We're still doing a bit of recovery. I'm not sure if Governor Nighthill is planning any sort of excursion to see if he can find any more captives or prisoners, or if he is sending word to a larger military force to possibly deal with this group of raiders. My job is mostly to keep the town as safe as I can and to guard this keep.
Well, where do you recommend these dragon raiders or whatever they are? Where do you think they'll hit next?
I'm not sure. You might talk to the monk. He seems to have had a lot of insight on the subject matter. He's kept to himself primarily, but he hasn't made it exactly a secret that he knows quite a bit about their operation, but still doesn't know quite everything about what their
I really
operation
don't
even
think
is.
they killed each other off when we left them behind with the prisoners we took, so they're going to strike again.
Yeah, they do all them smaller towns though. So if we go to Waterdeep, we ain't gonna see them
No,
unless it's any of the towns on the way.
But if we can convince
But we
other
can't just
places to
ignore a problem.
if we can convince other places to mobilize, get some protection for the outlying
We
towns.
can get the word out before they hit. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
So on the way up to Waterdeep, we just let all the towns know along the way.
Did we go to Waterdeep?
Y'all got me sold on the theater right now.
Far.
I don't know the area very well, but I don't think the smaller towns are going to have the manpower to protect themselves.
Maybe we can talk to the monk and see if he's
I
heard
think
of them planning on going
Where
somewhere
we're at
specific.
now, I think we need to send word maybe to Candlekeep and Baldur's Gate, and they can
That's
send
what the
people.
governor said he was doing.
Yeah, maybe we should head west and hit some of the smaller towns there to
Right.
get them up.
Might be more willing to listen to us since we've actually seen the problem up close and personal.
And maybe on the way you find this magical portal
So,
to put your parents' ashes in.
in terms of the camp in
Oh, okay.
Greenest, like what were they? What direction of the Greenest were they? Were they
The camp was.
Was it down
South?
toward? It was
South.
southeast,
South,
it was
wasn't it?
south,
South.
directly south, or
I think
like,
it was.
I think it was a little
near, It was
west,
near
but
the
mostly
Snake
south.
Woods and Cloud Peaks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was down.
So could they potentially be heading that way?
Or they came from that way.
Either one.
That camp that we found didn't look super established. Like,
Yes
sort of?
and no. It looked like they had been there for a little while, and the one guy told you that the half black dragon Resmir came to the area a few months ago and set up the camp.
A few months
It's been
ago.
a few months. Okay.
Yeah, that was just one of the things that you guys you know.
Okay. So either they're going to continue to hit villages around this area since it's within a reasonable distance of their camp, or they're probably going to find another place to camp and hit the areas around there.
Well, I think we might have
Exactly.
got them in little shambles right now, but so we might have a. We waiting longer. We're giving up our head start that
Yeah.
we could have.
We gave them a black eye, but they're not going to be slowed down for very long, if at all.
And along the way, we can hit some of the smaller towns there, Otis, so you could restock up on cough syrup for all the people that need to be healed along the way.
Yeah.
You're like a medicine man.
Basically, me and you, medicine men, traveling the world
I like it.
like Kang from Kung Fu. You see that play?
I missed it. I didn't get tickets that night.
Man, I keep telling you, you got to go to the theater more.
I have a lot of time that I need to spend at the temple, at the church. Your church sometimes is that bar stool.
Yeah.
Well,
you
I
can-
actually have to go do some praying to my God.
Well, you can be spiritual anywhere, right?
You can,
I mean, isn't that the point?
but sometimes you need to make a little visit.
Like when I got to go visit to restock my supply?
Yeah,
All right, I get you.
that's like your temple.
Sometimes they get pissed if you don't visit often enough.
Yeah, I can relate to that as well.
I hear
Okay.
they also get pissed if you visit too much.
Write
I
that
think.
down.
See, I think we're getting a little hint. That's called a hint
A hint?
to get our asses out of town.
Looking around, I can't blame them. I really can't.
And your dragon probably a little bit of fault at that. And orc piss.
It's definitely not Rufus. It's got to be the orc piss. Isn't that right, Rufus? Who's that Rufus? Don't get giblets. Giblets!
Well, I say we go talk to the monk, get some,
See if we get any form of direction.
and then go from there.
And if there were any towns that were hit along the way, they might have more information as well.
Okay. Are you looking for him this evening, or do you want to try to catch him in the morning?
I'd say we try to catch him this evening. That
fine,
way, if
yeah.
we're gonna make plans, we can head out early in the morning.
I agree.
Okay. So you guys head to the. You guys get a little bit of information and find out that he's kind of like. It's not really an infirmary. He's staying in one of the rooms in the inn. He's got a couple of medical attendants. At one point, he was actually staying in the chapel, just from the just pure exhaustion and needed some medical attention. But he's now been moved into the inn, and he's met with the governor a couple of times and a few other people that are sort of like security or Escobert has definitely talked to him as well, but he hasn't really come out of his room.
That's pretty sweet, right?
I feel like we need those.
Yeah.
Wait,
Cool.
Yeah.
Check Discord. We're getting that next.
Next one.
Those are pretty expensive.
We could make them. We know someone who has a 3D printer.
Somebody's got
Make them out of Legos.
Yeah, I'm not
You
doing
painting
that.
your mini?
Oh yeah, you're only gonna
Okay.
like 100 times the scale.
I mean, I'll pay a guy to do it, but I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys find yourselves on the Leoson's door. The door's shut. It's on the upper floor of the inn. You do see like the faintest little bit of what looks to be maybe candle or lantern or something. Like there's a little bit of light coming, like kind of just creeping underneath the door, just a little bit.
I knock on the door.
Okay. You're greeted with silence for a couple of seconds, and then it sounds like someone's sort of shuffling around, and 10, maybe 15 seconds later, the door to the inn room opens up, and you see Leoson. He's got some bandages around his ribs. He's wearing like this. It's some sort of like a monk's robe, but normally it would be sort of tied or buttoned up or something. But this one, it's just kind of open, and you can see all the bandages around his ribs. He's got some big welts, some bruises on the side of his face. It looks like he may have opted to not go for full magical healing, and is healing in a more natural process. He's got some scrapes on his hands. You see some cuts on his knuckles. There's a little bit of dirt still underneath the fingernails. He hasn't quite gotten all the way out. He looks tired.
Well, you look better.
You look like shit. Why would you not magical heal? You want some? I got some.
I had them heal what was necessary. Pain reminds us of our failures.
That's a little messed up. Well, what's up?
Just trying to get back on my feet.
Looks like you're doing good. So question. May we come in, number one?
Of course.
All right.
I owe you my life.
Just make sure your dragon don't go number 2.
Rufus?
Rufus seems to tilt his head at you curiously, but seems to understand what that means.
Your place will be shit free. Unless you're...
I appreciate that. It's a little hard to lean over and clean things up right now.
Yeah, because I ain't going to clean it. But the only shit's coming out of your BH. Anywho, we was thinking about leaving. We was thinking as we leaving, maybe we do some good. Maybe warn some other cities about what's out there. Wonder if you had any leads on maybe where we should point our directions to.
You all are planning to stick together for a little while?
Yeah, why not?
Looking for work.
Ish.
Yeah.
I may have something.
I'm interested.
Is it Waterdeep?
No.
Sorry, Girth.
You've done a lot for me personally. I know I didn't sound nearly as grateful as I should have when you intervened and saved me. But you also saved several other innocent people who had no way of defending themselves. These were just common people. They were not soldiers. They were not fighters. I almost hate to ask any more from you, but you seem as though you're more than capable and able-bodied. And it wouldn't be for free.
Mm-hmm. Now you're talking.
So I'm hoping that you might be interested in helping me out one more time. Interested?
Depends on the details.
Let's hear it.
Sure.
I would ask you to return to the cultist camp. You guys know your way around it pretty well now. You've been in there. If the cultists are preparing to conduct another raid, or a large body of them marches away, or if anything substantial is carried into or out of that cave, I need to know. If you have a chance to get into the camp and look around again, that would be the ideal way to spot anything that's changed.
Well,
however, I can't ask you to put yourself at any risk of getting captured, and you should avoid that at all costs.
I got a question, though. Say they mobilize, right? We're going to be 3 days from letting you know. They're going to be gone by then.
But at least we would know.
Yeah, I mean, they could be wherever they're going in 3 days, though. Depending.
Well, I think the last time you took a wagon,
Yeah.
maybe you could travel by a faster means. But if it took them 3 days to get here and 3 days for you to get here, the nearest town's probably only 3 to 5 days away anyway, and they're not going to be able to move at a breakneck pace. We might still be able to get the word out. We would at least know that something's happening.
Would we know at our level, maybe heard of sending stones or anything like that?
I think they're like messenger birds too.
You would know that there are, I mean, definitely, magic is not an uncommon thing in Faerun. You would know that there are means of contacting people through magical means. There's various ways to do that. You would know that.
If we had
Do
sending
any of you
stones,
have access to any of those? That's another story entirely. But there are, like in bigger cities especially, you can buy services of powerful casters. You usually can actually find, if you need some sort of like a cleric spell cast, or if you need a wizard spell cast for some reason, you usually can find a caster that could cast the spell for you for a cost. sometimes it's pretty useful. Things like finding a cleric to cast something like Speak with Dead, if you guys don't have the means to do that. Even up to resurrections or identify. All those things can, in some smaller towns, but usually in bigger towns, you can usually find anyone to...
There's like spell scrolls too.
Yes, and there are spell scrolls that you could potentially purchase if you need to, if you don't have access to a spell.
Do we know roughly about how much it would cost for the sending stones or the scrolls or any of that stuff?
You'd have to find somebody that has them. You have no idea.
No idea.
Is like messenger hawks a thing?
Yeah. Yeah, there are some
That
people
might
that
be
still
a
use
little
carrier pigeons.
I got one when I went to
Easier.
school.
Some people actually use trained ravens, or just various types of birds. I'm sure some of them are probably hawks.
Might be able to find one of those easier than
Yeah.
at least in a town like this.
Wonder if they sell them here. Yeah, that could definitely help out. And a day or two, not so long to get ready. 5 days, it's a big difference.
Your birds are faster.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I try to catch so many. They just fly away so fast.
You ever get any?
You ever
Not
count
yet.
chickens?
Not
I won't
yet.
give up.
I like it. Next time you see one, maybe I could, like nick a wing or something, make it a little bit easier. Get you trained up.
Like I said, I don't know that speed is going to be of the essence. This is not a large group of people that are going to be able to cover a lot of distance in a short amount of time.
Okay.
You're going to be
I mean,
able
if
to
you don't
travel
think
at
so,
least twice their pace.
Then we
Maybe
won't
more.
bother with the effort to do it.
Well, I do have a few contacts down there at the bandit camp, and I know they gonna buy my product as well. That's just kind of a me thing, but like my motivation to go, I just
Are
have
your
to.
contacts still alive?
Shit, Chuckles' mustache ain't ever gonna die. But I'd definitely be able to sell some.
Liver poisoning, maybe.
So
That's what Cure Wounds is for.
you are interested in the contract.
Sure. We just gotta make a pit stop on the way.
Very well. Again, I don't necessarily think that speed is of the essence. I don't think that they're going anywhere. At least not all of them. They've spent some time there. They seem to be setting up a base of operations for long term.
Do you
Oh,
have-
so they've been there for a minute. They haven't been.
They've been there for the one lady who set up the camp. She's been there a few months.
Okay.
Do you know how long about it's been between day raids, the few that they've gone on?
Weeks in between.
And it's been what? 7, 8,
About
7
5
days?
days.
5
Between
days?
5 to probably 5 days.
Okay. So we get there, take us, 2 days, give or take?
They might be getting ready for the next raid.
Yeah, it could be pretty good timing.
Well,
Maybe 3 days, depending on our stop along the way.
I guess price. I guess the price would be the next thing.
Mm-hmm. We like commas in our numbers, please.
Commas.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Multiples would be good.
I would be willing to pay you 150 gold apiece.
Is there a comma in that?
At the beginning of the one, and then a bunch of zeros in front of it.
I don't do numbers. That doesn't seem very big for this kind of risk.
All you're
Okay.
doing is gathering information. I'm not asking you to fight anything. I'm not asking you to take them out. They know your faces. You wouldn't be strangers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have no reason to think that we're not one of them. We didn't cause any issue.
Yeah. Well, so we're talking 150 apiece?
150 gold apiece, yes.
Okay.
I will be leaving. I'll be heading to the city of El Turo. Once you've gathered whatever information you can find, you can meet me there and collect your payment.
Bless you.
I have a colleague I need to speak with about recent events. And I'm hoping that maybe you'll have more information for me to share with him.
Town's name again? I'm sorry.
Who?
The town's name?
It's El Turel.
ELTUREL.
That's it.
With 2 L's.
I brought a map up.
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
like-
that's it.
It's like Jessica.
El
good at
Turo.
spelling.
I was like, this dude, this bro be knowing how to spell made up words. Look at this guy.
I spelled it Toro. Or Turo.
So it's Northwest of us.
All right.
Am I a moderator? Because I kind of want to ban this guy.
No, I got it. I had to switch. it up.
Ban, got him.
What happened?
It's a bot account that just tells you like, hey, you want to buy some followers?
You buy some shit. All right. So
I banned the other guy too.
There's 2?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm moderating and DMing right now.
Bam.
I want to raise.
you get inspiration against Fig.
Nobody.
The thing is like, if I ask for more money, any money would be more money because I don't get paid at all. He's like, I will pay you 2 Snickers
Rob's
bars
about to get attacked
a
upstairs.
month. That's
He
it.
took a bold strategy. The dogs are out.
Couldn't tell by the.
Let's see how this
by
plays
the
out.
ruffling.
Well, look on the bright side. We got Twitch drops on here now.
Oh,
What?
You
fuck
get free
show.
Apple TV if you watch for longer than like
Yeah.
3 hours.
Hear that? You watch longer than 3 hours, you get free Apple TV for how long?
I don't know. It's like a few days. It's like a 7-day trial.
For at
Probably
least
like a
7
week,
days.
yeah.
That's Ted Lasso. That's
You
Bird
just be
Box.
binging, you know?
Dude,
What's the one with Eric where he's the therapist?
Shrinking. Shrinking
That's
is
a good-
so good.
That's a good one.
If anything, if you get a 7-day trial and you don't watch Shrinking, we're having words. So that is a great show. It'll change your life in a good way.
You're good. No, that was our hashtag ad
Sorry.
Nice.
for Twitch drops.
Paid ad.
Okay.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
that's cool.
I'll do the ads.
We need a guy. We need a guy or a woman for that. Whoever. We need a person.
Just let me know the next one.
I
and
got
I
you.
can prepare
Okay.
something next
Cool.
I
time.
got you. Yeah.
A little more
Cool.
elaborate.
It looks like somebody offered me 3 Snickers.
We take
Oh wait, I thought he said stickers.
No, he said Snickers.
take Reese peanut butter cups too.
Sold to the person offering the 3 Snickers. My services can be bought for 3 Snickers a month.
It's the little things.
So
Look, I didn't get this size only eating 1 Snicker a month. You know, just saying. Anyway,
so there is 6 of us. So 6 shares, 150. Well, actually, there's 7 of us.
6. What are you talking about?
Well, Rufus gonna help. So is Colonel.
Oh. I was like, are you acting here? Like, you can't be that. There's
I'm not
5
doing the
chairs.
ads anymore. I mean, I am acting. Yeah. Amateur voice actor
Oh
over here.
gosh. Yeah. Okay.
So 7 chairs, 150 a pop. Because I don't know if you know how much dragons eat, but it's a shitload, and they take lots of shits.
The town is aware.
Yeah. So now I know y'all ain't gonna charge me cleanup fees, but we gonna have cleanup fees.
Or we just leave them outside when we go into places.
Yeah, that's not happening. So,
Or we just leave you outside when we go into places.
well, maybe not.
We do not need a share for the Colonel. Colonel works for the gods. He does not need monetary payment to.
I wasn't going to pay the chicken, and I'm not paying the dragon.
All right, then 200 apiece.
We are past the point of negotiation. The job pays 150.
We'll take it.
What?
You just tried to con me out of 300 extra gold. Next thing
wouldn't-
you know, he's gonna want 2 because he's got a giant stomach.
Well, you just give him a chicken, he'd be alright. I mean, they're gonna contribute. They're part of the team. Would you consider Colonel as part of the team? He does stuff.
He is part of the team, but
Part of the
like
team.
we just said, we don't need
I'm
monetary.
not paying them a full share.
Half share?
I will give you 175.
Perfect.
Damn it! I just wrote down 150.
I know. Did you write it in ink?
Yes.
Got him.
And if you don't want that extra 25 for the Colonel,
Your dogs sound like they're having a great time up there.
What's funny? It's only one of them, and it's the smallest one. But it sounds like a.
She's having
balloon.
a blast.
She's getting big.
Yeah, no, you went upstairs at a bad time. I was like, oh, dogs are out.
I had to pee.
And the dog's like, hey, I know you. I smell you sometimes. I see you from the cage. What's going on?
if I go up to pee and I'm gone for a little while, just
We know
keep
what
going.
happened.
I'm just playing with a dog.
He's been taken.
All right, so 175.
175 each.
We just need information
All you're doing is gathering information, yeah.
of what's in the cave.
If you see anything strange happening, if it looks like the cultists are making a move, if they bring anything odd in, any information that you can gather about what their motivations might be or what they might be planning next.
We got that one for you already. Did you hear about all that stuff?
Yeah,
So, I mean, that's motivations. Check.
sure, but I need to know what their immediate plans are, not their long-term plans. We know what their long-term plans are.
Okay.
They're a bunch of wackadoodles.
So, do you know names of maybe any of the guards we could, like, beat the shit out of, interrogate, impersonate? Fig does a great impersonation job. So, like, you know, kind of a dumbass maybe, kind of like Chuckles, but with more authority.
I feel when he points to Fig and says he does a great job impersonating, I'm like, you hear me whisper, "Gods will not let me lie. Gods will not let me lie." I'm going to walk away on that comment.
He just got put.
I think that it's not that complicated. They
Nope.
know you. You've been there.
Yeah.
You've ate with them. You've drank with them. They have no reason to suspect that you are anyone but one of them.
Well, I'm just saying, we'd do more if
I
we're
don't have
there.
any guards' names. They didn't exactly tell me who they were. You know, when they were punching me
Kind of hard to tell who they are. It's
and
kind of
hitting
a
me
weird
and
mask
kicking
on.
me.
Well, you know, sometimes, you know, they were like, say my name. You remember my name? What's my name? And then they
I
beat
don't
the
think
shit out
I've
of you.
ever had anyone say that during an interrogation. Through
Okay.
through some other private matters, but
Sure. When they're like, yeah,
that was different.
understandable. You know, I'm getting real life and plays confused
was,
again.
Otis, do you do a
before I
lot of
started
good
following the
negotiating
path.
when you go to these other towns for your prices on your cough syrup?
I know if you know, I just got us all 25 extra gold, so yes, I do.
I think it was more for it was annoyance fee more than it was your great, negotiating skills. I think
So-
it's more to shut you up than anything else.
We had a goal. We got to the goal. Who cares
know what?
how?
I guess whichever way you feel like you won.
I feel like I won. No offense. I make a good point.
Okay.
I feel like this monk, if he was healthy, would just beat the shit out of you.
We let him too.
Nah, you
Just a little
wouldn't do
bit.
that.
Not a lot,
Don't
just a
hit the legs. Don't want the bruised frog legs.
Yeah, we can reuse those.
No, my weakness. All right, what y'all feel about the plan?
I feel we head out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It takes a couple days to get there, doesn't it?
Without the wagon, no, you guys could probably get there in about a day and a half.
Without the wagon?
If you guys had,
If we just had horses,
if you guys just
mounts?
had mounts, yeah.
Now, if we wanted to stop at a town for me to resupply, what would be the closest town on our path then?
You would not
There was
cross
none,
any
it's just
town on the
straight
path that you guys
south.
went to.
So,
This is it.
so that would be. That's my motivation.
I mean,
to
if you're
go
really trying to get some more of that stuff, your best bet would be to try to find out who in this town wanted it.
in this town, okay.
Couldn't you make some of your own? How does that work?
Well, it takes a little bit of time. You gotta have some specialized equipment. You gotta have big ass black dragon with you. You gotta wait for stuff for reasons. I'm not a chemicalologist, so I'm not really sure everything that goes into it. It's not like an overnight kind of deal. Not like overnight oats.
Fig, remind me not to try whatever that is.
I'll try it.
You want some?
Maybe.
I guarantee you will never cough again. You'll cough a little after, but then it keeps every other cough away.
You know, I smell
Forever.
that. I'm not
Forever.
sure
Forever.
I believe that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Like
coming
it will
from
kill any bacteria that in your body.
religious man who just said he
And if you
doesn't
drink
lie.
too much, it kills everything.
See? You want a little swig?
Sure.
All right, here you go. Pour him a hefty shot. As for you,
I downed the whole thing instantly.
Make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
I feel like Fig does not drink, so it's very disadvantage 7.
So you try to get the entire shot in your mouth. You begin to start swallowing it, and it's instantaneous, just pain. It's just this burning sensation, like someone just put fire in your mouth. You immediately start thinking, I need to get this out of my mouth, but I want to drink it, but I need to get it out of my mouth. And you try to like cover over your own face and hold your nose and just try to swallow it down. It makes it down, but you cough a lot. Tears start rolling out of your eyes. You got snot coming out of your nose. You look sad.
I feel you hear the colonel. What sound? He's. It just sounds like laughing at you.
And that's gonna be the last cough you ever have. You're welcome.
I want to drink that stuff.
I'll just give it like 5 minutes. You're gonna see why, and you're never gonna cough again.
You just kill Fig.
No.
Killed his
he's gonna-
taste buds.
He,
31 damage.
yeah, he's not gonna be picky about his food anymore, and he's gonna have a great time here coming up in a few minutes. You want some?
I'm good.
Are you sure? It's real good. Fig drank it. It's been blessed by the cleric of the lords.
It has not been blessed by the clerics of the Lord.
Well, he gave it his seal
I
of
love that
approval.
you won't lie.
I am playing the complete opposite.
I love that you
I
won't
feel like
lie
I
or
am
steal.
too.
I love it.
We have just switched spots.
The difference is that you actually do illegal stuff. He never really did anything illegal.
I mean, creating a nuke to transport planes.
That's not illegal. It's not a crime.
Because nobody thought about it.
Nobody thought it can't be a crime.
Ravnica had different laws.
Anywho, okay, maybe not blessed by, but approved by.
We'll go with approve.
Approved by.
is.
Okay, we can agree.
Maybe
I'm
we'll
fine
wait
with
and see
approval.
If Fig dies first.
Okay.
And then maybe.
So it's tomorrow.
How long would you like to wait?
I'm not actually gonna take it.
I'm just wondering, how long would you like to wait to see before Fig dies or not?
Oh, I said half an hour. Or you said a few minutes, right?
Yeah, about 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes?
Let's
I'll
start
wait
cracking
10.
in.
2.5 minutes later.
It's like in SpongeBob, 2.5
Keep in mind,
minutes
Fig is only
later.
90 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah, about 2.5 minutes later, it hits him.
Yeah, it does.
Hard.
Yes.
You have disadvantage on every saving throw that you could possibly make,
Including breathing.
Awesome.
especially if they require any sort of physicality
Got it.
or motor skills.
Well, I'm gonna guess that we're not leaving until the morning now.
Oh, we wasn't gonna anyway.
Yeah, but
No, let's leave now. Like good.
Walk before you run, little buddy.
Okay. He starts walking.
I think he just slammed right into the wall.
Yeah, don't forget to turn the doorknob.
I
Okay,
think we have
okay.
overstayed our
We're
welcome
gonna
here.
have to get Gulk to help him down the stairs.
Yeah, probably.
Well, he's
Probably.
small enough that I could help him down the stairs. He's only, say, 90 pounds.
Yeah. Well, have a good time there, bud. See, he didn't die.
I figure it's
It'll
about
be all
time.
right.
Mr. Leeson, I think we're about to leave your residence and let you heal a little further and recoup.
I appreciate that. Good luck on your journey, and I'll see you in a few days in El Turio.
I say we'll drop Fig off at the tavern inn, put him in bed, and maybe we procure some mounts for tomorrow's journey.
Yeah, and a fast-ass bird. So we can send
I
messages.
want a bird.
Yeah, you do. Keep after him, killer. You see that one right there? Go get it! Get
Okay.
it! Charge! See, we're gonna need to make sure we lay him on his side because we don't want him to aspirate. That'd be real bad. So to the beds to put Fig to sleep.
To the beds. Okay. What is the room set up here? Are you guys in your own rooms, or are you sharing rooms, or what are you doing?
You're sharing.
Probably 2-2 and Gulk sleeps outside under the window. That's where he's most
Well,
comfortable.
that or
right?
he's gonna go find a tree to lean
He's
up
gonna, like,
against.
go
him.
and-
Yeah.
This dude's sleeping in a tree.
I could imagine Gold is a giant orc.
Like a
just
hammock
climbing
between
up a
two
tree
trees.
and like sleeping on a branch.
No, yeah, I'd see that more
Yeah.
than a hammock.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, finding a hammock that big too to support him. Go through hammocks like crazy.
I'm going to go see if after we take care of Fig Newton there, to see if we can find Clyde again. See if he's still around town.
The
The
donkey?
the big donkey.
He hasn't left.
Demon dog.
You guys have actually you've been going and visiting him almost every day since you guys got back. He seems to be just kind of hanging out in the stables. He seems to have taken like a really strong liking to you.
I'm gonna go back to him and I'm bring him some feed, brush him out, and I'll be like, I know you're infernal, but I feel like we could work together. And you feel like going back to that camp? Maybe you can make things right between you and the folks that tried to torment you.
Something about the way that he kind of like bellows out. You kind of feel like he's nodding his head like yes.
Are you all right with somebody riding on your back? I'm gonna take that as another yes. And if I'm wrong, well, I guess I'll be picking my ass up off the ground. Or having a big donkey bite in my thigh.
He doesn't smile, but you see his eyes kind of glow red just for a second. You kind of get that like you kind of get that devilish. You'll know.
And then I'm gonna talk to the owner of the stable, see if he has. God, I might have to get Gulk on here. You could just be thrown on somebody else's back. I mean, 90 pounds.
You guys still have Bonnie as well.
Yeah.
She's still in the town, but you guys gave her to a farmer.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Gulk ride the donkey because donkey's
Him
big.
being bigger.
Yeah.
And you two could ride on one, being smaller size. So.
Yep.
You guys could probably borrow or maybe rent some mounts if you needed to.
I will. I'll talk to the stable. We're just gonna leave Bonnie where she's at.
Okay, so how many mounts are you guys wanting?
I think we've got the infernal donkey. We'll need one for these two. And then,
So the donkey belongs to no one.
Yeah.
The donkey just
So yeah, we don't have to pay.
You don't
for
have to
him.
pay anything
So
for
we're
that.
just going to need
Three
three
more?
more mounts.
you'd probably need some sort of saddling equipment for the donkey. Clyde. But that could be a purchase, or that you could probably maybe rent something for that.
I mean, Gulk seems like a barebacker kind of guy.
Yeah, but it's Clyde.
Okay. You have me there.
We'll get the equipment. I'll get the equipment.
Okay, so mounts for everyone?
3 mounts,
3 mounts.
and then the mounting equipment. For
All right, so the mounts are
Clyde.
going to be 1 gold a day. That includes all of the feed and stuff that they would need, plus saddles and new horseshoes, all the things that you would need to maintain and keep the animal alive in that time period. Anything past, because you're going to pay up front for what you believe is the total. If you go over, obviously you're going to have to pay more than that. They only give you a maximum of about 3 days worth of feed for the animals. Anything past that, you'd have to kind of find it on your own or buy extra.
I'm going to ask, if we were to depart this world and your animals lived, do they know their way back here?
Yeah, they would probably be able to eventually find their way back there, assuming that nothing happened to them. Yeah, they're pretty well trained.
Okay. Well, I'll
So 3 gold per person up front.
Yes, per mount. So it's 1 gold per mount
what
per
about
day.
the mount?
For the extra feed, it depends on how much you want. It's probably, I would say maybe 5 silver per day for every day of extra feed you would need for them beyond 3 days.
What about the saddle for?
That's covered in the cost of the gold. If you want the saddle for him, it would probably be, we'll just say 25 silver for the rental
Okay.
on the saddle.
I'll pay for that one since he gave me all his money.
Do what?
I'll pay for his
Okay.
saddle because he didn't take none of the money. So 5 gold and then 25 silver.
I'm going. Yeah. Remove. I threw him 5 gold also.
Okay.
How many silvers and a gold again?
How many silvers? 10.
10.
10 silvers and a gold.
So 2.5 gold. Okay, so math.
So we're prepaying for 5 days. Is that what we said?
3 to 5 days, I
3 to 5
think.
days, okay. I'll chip in another 5 golds and remind them.
Yeah, I was just paying for that and the feed and all that. So, and for tip and everything.
Okay.
I feel like he brings out this wooden.
So you paid 5 gold total,
he
correct?
brings out a scroll and it has 15, 20, 25, 30% tip that you have to press one. Like, damn it, they get you everywhere.
Okay, so you have paid a total of 5 gold for the saddle, supplies, and the 3 mounts. And how many days are you wanting for the animals
5.
for that 5 gold?
We'll need 3 to 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say 5.
So you're paying
days.
5 gold up front, and anything beyond that, you're going to pay when you get back.
And you said you were going to throw another 5, or we'll just wait till we get back?
So it's a total
to
of 10 gold that you guys are throwing out there, just in
Yeah.
case.
Was it one good?
It's 1 gold per mount per day.
Oh,
per
one
mount,
per
yeah.
mount. Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, I already threw 5 gold.
So you got 5 gold in.
I'll
yeah.
put 5 in for
So you guys are
the-
paying 10 gold.
And I paid 5 too, and then the 25 silver.
Okay, so then you also paid in 5 gold. So I've got a total of 15 gold.
Yep.
25 silver, which pays for the saddle.
Mm-hmm.
So you are renting the 3 beasts for 5 days.
Yeah. That just gives us enough time if
Okay.
something happens and we need to boogie.
You guys
up.
have 3 days of feed per animal.
Okay.
Do you want more feed, or do you want to just maybe they'll find some
Well, I
grass
figured
or
we
something
got 15. Gave him 15 gold. He can make it 5 days worth of feed.
Persuasion check. I'm gonna give you advantage, since just because I feel like you're probably a better talker.
Plus, we
I
did say-
rolled a fucking 8 on both of them.
It's not a very high DC.
Well, I think.
Plus 12, plus 12.
What was it? Persuasion?
Yep.
Yeah, I got an 8.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna give myself guidance.
There you go.
I kick ass for the Lord.
11.
Okay. Yeah, the DC was pretty low. So, yeah, you're able to convince him to throw in the extra bit of food. You can kind of tell,
Hate your dice, Aaron.
talking to him, that it's more of a... They don't get a lot of business for this particular service in this town. And he tries, make a little bit of extra money where he can. But feed is cheap. And you're paying for 5 days up front. 15 gold might be more gold than he'll make on an entire month. So you're able to persuade him pretty easy to give you the feed for all the mounts. He even throws in with that persuasion a little bit if the donkey eats. You guys aren't really sure what he eats.
He said that's more than he usually makes. Like 15 gold is more than he'd make.
That's
it.
probably more than what he would make in a month. I mean, it's like I said, it's not a very big service. Mostly people stable the animals that they bring into town, and they pay a little bit for them, to stable it. But it's pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap to stable an animal. So, plus he has some expenses he's got to pay, and he has a couple of helpers, so he's got to pay them something. So, 15 gold's a lot. It's a lot of money. You guys not only negotiated for an additional 25 gold. Like 25 gold would be more than some people might make in an entire year.
That's how good I am.
Well, we had our wagon with everything on it. We can probably just.
You could probably stable it here if you needed. If you didn't want it, if you didn't want to take it with you, if you're just trying
And
to
that's
travel
what I'll
for
tell him
speed.
also. I'm like, if something happens, we don't make it back. Maybe one of your horses don't make it back. You have our wagon with some of the gear on it.
Oh, like a collateral.
As collateral, yes.
Well, okay. I don't usually get that. That's smart.
So
I should put a security deposit down. Thank you.
Well, we work for the Lord.
once again, I work for the Lord.
We work with you, so we work for the
He's
Lord.
like, I work with the Lords through association.
Lord is Jason.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
got
just
you.
the Lord's adjacent.
We're Lord adjacent.
Lord adjacent. Okay, yeah, I got you.
And
Got
and
you.
what is that the god of? What do they do? Being adjacent.
Yeah.
You see the Lord? Adjacent.
He's over here. He's like the other guy. You know, he's not the guy in charge. He's the other guy.
He's like the Lord's brother.
That's right.
I let your blasphemy go because it's
Good
funny half
times,
the damn
good
time.
All right, so you guys square away your mounts. I'm not going to bother to name them or describe them. I don't care. It's not that interesting.
Fucking Clyde is.
Clyde's awesome. Clyde is very cool. That's why Clyde got
I just want to see him kick
some
somebody.
stories, and he's got a lot more description, and he had a conversation with the colonel. So you guys are going to head out in the morning. You guys have your next mission. Are there any other things that you wish to accomplish or personal things you need to do before you rest for the evening?
I think I'm gonna try and track down.
Fig is already asleep, so he is out of this.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna-
going to go. Oh, sorry.
No, you go first.
Oh, I just want to go make sure I restock up on healing kits,
Okay.
bandage kits.
Whatever the cost for him in the book is,
Okay,
just deduct that off your thing.
that's all I'm going to do.
Yeah. Are there any other like basic supplies that you guys feel that you want to purchase while you are here?
I'll probably try and get iron. For bullets.
Yeah. You could probably get some iron.
You know how much roughly that costs?
There should be an iron ingot.
There should be an iron ingots in the handbook.
Okay. Let me see here.
I might even actually have it on. No, that's potions. You guys always ask for weird stuff that I don't have on here. I've got like maintenance, healing potions, lodging, how much it costs to get a spell done at a temple.
Hot iron.
Yeah, so I
But
just
iron
looked up.
ingots, no.
It says an iron pot is 10 pounds, which is 2 gold. I feel like 2 iron pots is a fuckload of bullets.
That's a lot of iron.
Yeah. So I'll take 2 iron pots.
We'll call it whatever the cost of that is.
All right,
You
so-
want that much in ingots, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So 4 gold.
So 4 gold.
Okay. Cool.
Great.
Just
Iron
carrying around all these
pots.
pots.
Healer's
That is-
kits
that is
cost
a- that is-
10
that is a
or
lot
5
of
gold
iron, sir.
apiece.
Well, you know, I got to make sure I'm stocked. And then I would also like to track down my contact in this town to see if I can buy some of the moonshine back.
Okay. Did I give you the contact's name?
Nope.
The person you made the pickup from? I didn't give you any of that? Okay. Great. We'll roll for it.
All right.
Make it interesting.
Why not?
Roll a... Roll a d20. What'd you get? You got a 20.
Got a 3.
Okay.
natural
It is
3.
Your contact was... I'm looking through the species here. Counting down... Was a Yanti.
Really? My arch enemies?
A Yanti.
It's special.
A Yanti is a like serpent person.
My fucking arch enemies.
I hate
Ooh, man, they must have paid good.
They're like a half man, half serpent. Yanti.
This is like me as an Ohio State fan dealing with a Michigan fan. Like, this is bad.
Yeah, but it's like money, right?
I guess.
So that didn't mean that you had to be happy about the drop.
Golly, the way he talks to people that he likes trying to negotiate, I can only imagine how this shit's going to go.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about it.
So the
Like, how would I talk to a Michigan fan?
would you like me to change? No, I'm not changing it. It's a Yanti. That's what you rolled.
That's fine. What's his name?
His name was Slithix.
Slithix?
Slithix.
Skill Rex.
Oh, I hate him already.
Slithix Silverscale.
What a bitch.
You're pretty sure it was at least a fake surname.
Yeah.
He wears a straight bill
That
hat.
sounds
The Yanti wore this like long, almost like a trench coat, but it kind of looked like a mix between like maybe like a long duster jacket and like monk robes. It was open up in the front. You could see like the serpentine body and the scales in the front, but it kind of almost dragged along the ground with the way that he carried himself. So it had a very like a Western almost cowboy kind of feel. It had dust along the edges of it and dirt. Even though you know that this particular being could, be taller if it wanted to, it just sort of slunk across the ground a lot. Seems like this was the type of work that it often did.
Howdy, partners. I'm giving you inspiration.
Denied. You cannot give other players inspiration.
Damn
I
it!
give him my inspiration.
Oh! That's super.
Denied.
Inspiration swap request.
Shit. Okay. How would I get a hold of this guy? I figure, like, I know.
I don't think he gave you like his cell phone number, so
Instagram.
no. Maybe his Facebook.
Mm. Okay.
Skittles the dragon.
So we had to go. Where did we meet for the sale?
Well, I would say that a Yanti is not very common.
Mm-hmm.
You might ask around.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the bar. That
Okay.
Rufus shit in.
Okay. So, as everyone else gone to bed, you're looking for this Yanti. Okay.
Did you say the junkie?
The Yanti.
Probably a junkie.
It's the same thing.
What a bitch.
Okay, myth.
Golk, you're not actually in one of the rooms. You're outside, kind of like resting up against the building. You don't really want to be inside.
Yeah. I got the cool guy look. Like I'm 1 foot on the back of the wall. Like,
Yeah. I was just kind of like catching you up. I know you've been running around and doing some stuff.
I
No,
know.
it's all good things. We love our people. So with the who do you want to ask, the barkeep or?
Yeah, I'll probably go to one of the servers. Maybe not the person behind the bar.
Okay, one of the wait staff.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see the one dwarvish woman. She has worked here pretty much every day that you guys have been here. It seems like this is pretty much her only job, or she's here at least a lot. She's pretty good. She is very fast, efficient. She never writes anything down. She gets a lot of things shouted at her, and she seems to remember it all. She's just got a real talent for it. She has very long blonde hair, kind of drawn up in these buns, but it's a little messy. There's like little bits of loose hair that kind of on the back of her head, and she does got like the littlest tiny bit of scruff on the sides, almost like these sideburns. And anytime anyone kind of like mentions it, she seems to get really pissed off about it.
Okay.
Her name is Dolores.
Dolores.
Yep, dwarf.
Huh?
Dwarf.
Oh, is she dwarven?
Yep, she's dwarvish.
She just can't grow a beard. Jeez.
What can I get for you?
Hey, Dolores, how y'all doing?
I'm busy as hell. What do you need?
I understand. Hey, I won't keep you here. Here is a gold for your trouble. Y'all see any of them Yanti bastards running around anywhere?
They meet sometimes.
Where do they normally meet at?
Usually here.
Are there any here tonight?
Well, I don't think so. Not tonight.
Not tonight. So if they're not here, where in this town would they go?
Well, they don't live here. They come in and out.
Well, yeah. Well, if they're not here tonight.
I don't know. Maybe the next time they're looking for work.
But you don't know where they go when they're not here looking for work. Like they
I
have
work
like
in a bar. I'm not a personal assistant.
Yeah, but you hear a lot of stuff as you're walking by, and they're talking to you about.
What I hear right now is someone wasting my time.
I gave you gold. That buys me a little bit of time, a little bit of information.
The Yantis usually hang at the gambling house.
Gambling house. See, I knew you'd know.
You didn't get that information from me.
Dolores who?
Have a good day, sir.
You too. Toodaloo. All right, deducting a gold.
So there is one small gambling house here. And they take small bets. It's not a big, like a casino. Usually they take stakes on, it's like small bets on card games. It's usually local. Some of the, I wouldn't call them ruffians, but some of the more shady individuals in town, people with gambling problems, are known to frequent this. But gambling's not illegal, so it's not really frowned upon. It just seems like it attracts that sort of crowd.
Okay. I will head there.
Okay. So it's the Snake Eyes.
Sure.
Name of the place is called the Snake Eyes.
I
There's a set of what looks to be dice.
hate this place. Yeah, it is.
When you go inside, you see that the bar itself, or this like little establishment, it's kind of like bar, casino hall, not really a restaurant. You see a lot of people that are drinking various types of alcohol, liquor, wines, not really eating anything. There is like the occasional table that might have like a loaf of bread, but nothing, no real substantial like meats or cheeses or anything like that. You see that behind the bar, kind of running the establishment, taking drink orders, talking to customers, is a lone Yanti, and it's the Yanti that you dealt with, Slithix.
Okay. I'm gonna stroll up to him, looking like a badass.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk to Rufus before I do. Hey, Rufus, I need you to be on your A game here. Ready? Giblets adjacent. So y'all be ready.
So as you kind of like are approaching and having this little conversation with Rufus, you see Slithix. He gets a little bit like a nervous look in his eyes when you walk in, and you see him kind of make a head gesture, like in your direction, and you see that there are two other Yanti, kind of like on opposite ends of this little bar, and they both immediately just look at you. They don't get any closer to you. They just look at you.
Okay.
Like they're kind of keeping an eye on you. Now, the other people that are in the establishment, the sun has gone down at this point. It's probably 10, 11 o'clock at night. But this place is pretty busy in comparison to the inn that you guys have been at. It's pretty booming over here. There's a few small tables set up playing. They're playing cards, various games of chance. Some of them seem like they were just kind of invented for the sake of just betting on things. But it's all really small stakes, no huge piles of gold. But it does seem like the house gets a cut, right? So any bet that's placed, they end up at the end of the night, you have to just kind of give them 5% of whatever you were betting with. It's just kind of an established rule. You pay for your drinks, and that's just kind of how they make their money. They give you a place to find other people who are enthusiasts or whatever. But there's other games being played here that aren't being played for any sort of money. You see one table in the back where there's a couple of elderly humans. They look like they might be teachers or scholars of some type. Probably in their like late 60s, maybe early 70s. The one kind of gives you wizard vibes, but probably not a very powerful wizard. He doesn't really seem the type. They're playing a very intense game of dragon chess, and just kind of going back and forth, not really speaking to each other. But they look like they're very intent on this game. There's a few other people playing, dice games and card games, but there's all in all maybe 25, 30 actual patrons in this area.
Okay.
It's also very smoky in here. There's not a lot of ventilation from the fireplace, and people are also smoking various pipes and cigars, and it's very smoky. It's got like a very smoky atmosphere, like bars used to be many
In the
years
90s.
ago. In the 90s, yeah, in the 90s.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of hold my hands out to the side a little bit, like not coming in hostile or anything, not touching any of my guns, and I'm gonna stroll up to my boy here. Slithix.
He's like kind of wiping off a glass very nervously, like every bartender does. What do you want?
I need the batch back. There's a problem.
What is wrong with it?
Well, I got word from Papa Bear that there was rat poison in this one. That's real son of a bitch kind of.
Rat poison?
I know.
You sell me rat poison?
I didn't know. That's why I'm back here to buy it back from you.
And you see like his little tongue flicker out.
Don't you do that tongue thing at me, you rat fuck son bitch.
You know my kind eats your kind, right?
You know my kind shoots your kind?
You had to invent a weapon.
And it worked, don't it?
I don't know.
Ask your uncle.
Never been shot.
You want to?
Well, I hear your mom likes some long.
Ooh. All right, looky here. I'm doing you a kindness. I'm trying to buy back this before it kills all your fucking people.
What would you sell it to?
25 gold.
25 gold. I sell back to you for 100.
You can eat my ass, drink it, and die, you son of a bitch.
You seem to want it pretty important.
I'm doing you a kindness, trying to preserve the working relationship
Listen,
we got.
I'm a businessman too, and I can smell bullshit. What do you really want it for?
If you're a businessman, how would you like it if what you sell them kills them very quickly? You think they're gonna be back?
I'm
You
not
think they're
selling
gonna
it.
spend more money?
I keep it. It's mine.
You drink it? Oh yeah, go ahead. Keep it, drink the whole thing.
Very well.
At this time, you'll hear footsteps coming behind Rivet Man. And I'll grab Slytherin Snake right by the fucking throat.
Oh shit.
Okay. As you do that, you see the two taller, much musclier Yuan-Ti sort of approach, and they each put a hand on your shoulder.
Gonna have to ask you to leave now.
And I would like for them to also glance down and see a revolver at each ball.
Intimidation check.
I think we're gonna be down 2 members.
Wait, I get a roll.
They're down one tonight.
I'm out in the woods. I have no idea.
I'm out cold.
Good. Intimidation. 19. Natural.
So Slithix looks like he's about to piss himself. The other two are not so easily swayed.
I see you've met my friend Herman. He's what we call an enforcer. He don't like snakes either.
Slithix kind of puts up both of his hands.
Gentlemen, I think that we could maybe bring it down a notch. Just a little. It's getting a little intense in here, yes?
I'd just like to say, you started it, but sure.
You started it.
Well, you started it first.
Regardless, I'm gonna end it now. We're
Good.
both businessmen.
Yep.
He kind of like gives a little nod to both of his little bodyguard guys. Like
I'll ease up and grip a tad.
they kind of back up. They put their hands kind of on their weapons, but go back to their corners.
I'll sheath my gun.
See? Civilized.
Like I said, I came in here civilized. You started it.
I understand that you have hatred towards my kind.
Because you eat my kind, my
Well,
cousin.
We are hungry.
So am I.
You are delicious. Anyway, we're not talking about that. I have had many friends of your particular kind.
Really?
I have.
Name 2.
Well, there was you.
Oh, this is a friendship?
It is now.
You know what? Forget about the second one. Continue.
You tell me why you really want it, I will sell it back to you. But I know you are lying.
Number 1, I would like to say, if it was poison with rat poison, I would have come got it all the same because I care about my business and my customers.
Even from me?
Probably. Like 51% probably. More than half. That's pretty good.
As it got like really quiet in the bar, as all this is going on, it's kind of going back to laughter and stuff again.
Number 2, you remember those folk that were here not long ago, burning shit, stealing shit, wrecking the town?
Oh, yeah.
So, you know Leeson, right?
Not personally.
But you know of him.
I know of him.
So, I don't know if y'all know, or if you were hiding in here like the little bitches you are during the fight, but my group of folk, we fought him off. We got him to leave. I got the dragon to leave. We followed him. We rescued Leeson. But we're trying to do some good here. We've been tasked to go back to them, do some recon. Now, last time I was there, I sold them a gaggle of moonshine. They're going to expect more. I'm running a little bit low. I need more moonshine. There is nowhere to get it on the way there, so I needs it back. But I will be back in Greenest, and we do have what we call coupons.
The problem is that I don't have all of it.
How much you got?
About half.
That's about what I need to refill.
I have a problem.
I can see that. It was 5 days.
As you're kind of looking at him, you can tell he's pretty blitzed right now. You know what people who drink your special potion, what they look like, and this dude is.
Drinking the sauce.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'll take the half left, but I ain't paying no full price for it. Because when I come back, you're going to get a little extra. A little discount.
That seems fair.
All right. 15 gold.
Meet me in back.
All
5
right.
minutes. And
Okay.
He nods over to one of the guys to come basically behind the counter and take over for him. He takes off his little apron, puts his glass down. He heads into the back room.
Can I roll insight to see if I think he's fucking with me?
Well, you can attempt to see if he's being deceitful. You
Yes.
could try that, sure.
That's the one. What's that roll?
Insight.
Insight. Ooh, 8.
You're not sure. You don't really trust Yanti overall, but he seems pretty scared that all about turned pretty ugly. So
Okay. All right.
you're thinking maybe 50-50?
Could be good, could be bad.
Yeah.
All right. I will go around back and I'll ask Gulk to come with me. Hey, man, I didn't know you was there. Thank you for that assist.
Honestly, I just wanted a beer, but he was in the way.
Yeah, he was. What a jerk. You want to stay here, get some beers? I'll go get the booty, and then we get the hell out of here. Because between you and me, these Yonti assholes. They eat your whole family.
They,
My cousin Larry, gone.
They ate my pet rabbit once.
See? You should probably... Never mind. So I'll meet you outside in like 6 minutes.
I'll get a beer here. I'll
Okay.
wait for you.
Okay.
Okay. So you wait a couple minutes. You go outside, and sure enough, the Slethix is in the like behind the building, and he's got a wooden crate that you brought in. You recognize the crate. It's just a little lighter than it was when you brought it in. You open it up and you looked at about half of it's gone.
I'd like to do a little pinky dip and like taste,
Oh,
rub
it's
it on the
Rub it
gum.
across your-
It's the stuff.
Yeah.
It's definitely the stuff.
He's fucking cracked it.
All right.
See, is here, like I said.
All right. 15 gold.
Yeah, that's more than fair.
All right.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
Well, just as long as you admit you started it, I'm sorry too.
Not all of my kind are bad.
Well,
I'm
not
sorry on behalf of my people.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Most of my kind don't like yours because you eat our families. And you know what the hell the thing is? Humans do it too. You know they make frog legs. What is wrong with people?
I don't know.
Have you had frog? Yeah, you have.
I have.
Never mind. I don't. Dumb question. Dumb question. Have you ever had human legs before?
I have.
Which is better?
Frog.
Damn it. What if we got you like some hot sauce or something for the human legs? You just do that instead?
But the best is surprisingly rat.
Rat.
Delicious.
It's a little meal though.
You gotta get the big ones.
Like the ROUSs.
Like the ones that you could ride around like a pony.
I could ride a lot of them around. I'm pretty tiny.
You carry a big stick though.
Ha. Talk about my... Never mind.
I'm talking about that big gun on your back.
Yep, that me too. Well, anywho, thanks and all, I guess.
I like you. If when you come back, we may discuss future business endeavors.
Sure. Yeah, this is a pretty hot spot between
You
here
do
and there.
any intimidation or muscle work?
Not as much muscle in the traditional way.
You got that big fella in there. Maybe he does some work.
A little bit.
I have a few people who owe me some money.
Oh, I can get your money back.
Come see me when you're back in town.
You see Betsy here? She never lost. We got you.
And bring your friend.
It couldn't hurt. If anything else, the breath will kill him.
Joey made jam.
He shakes your hand, and he goes back in through the back door.
All right. As I walk away, I'm wiping my hand off. And I'll meet Gulk out front and go to bed.
Okay.
You hear from inside. You were only gone for about 7 minutes. A very loud. I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to hurt my voice. But you just hear a loud yell, like a party yell.
Like a woo.
Yeah, a definite woo, like Rick.
You're
Flair's
a woo
in-
girl?
Yeah.
I can too.
So yeah, Gulk is just in there absolutely shit-faced. In about 7 minutes, he drank about roughly 15 beers, just one after another, just double-fisted and yeah, having a grand old time because he gets all the free beer here.
It's like 2.1 beers a minute.
Yeah,
He's a big boy.
yeah.
Oh,
And I
hell.
want to go place an all-in, all-wager, one hand, 10 gold. It's the only gold I have on my person.
Okay. Well, what game are you betting on?
Any kind of card game, 5